Now, my dear brothers and sisters, I want to remind you of the tremendous news I preached to you at first, which you received, you realised was true, and which ever since you have been standing on, making yourselves certain of it, living by. For by this tremendous news about Jesus Christ, well, that's what is rescuing you now, as long as you hold firmly on to the words I preached to you. For if you don't, well, you will have been believing for nothing. But what I realized, what I passed on to you, I passed on as of supreme importance. That firstly, Jesus Christ died for our sinful, self-obsessed mistakes, just as it said in the scriptures he would. Secondly, that he was buried. And thirdly, on the third day, that he was raised from the dead, according to the scriptures. And then, of course, he appeared to Peter, and then to the 12. After that, he appeared to more than 500 of our brothers and sisters at the same time, most of whom are still living, though some have fallen asleep. Then he appeared to James, and then to all the apostles, and finally, he appeared to me also, like one born later than everyone else in the litter. The runt of the litter, really. For I am the least of all the apostles, and I don't even deserve to be called an apostle, because, as you know, I persecuted the Church of God. But by the forgiveness of God, I am what I am, and his grace and forgiveness to me has had its effect and has made its changes. So now I work, or have to work, harder than all of them, but not because I'm good at it, but because the grace of God is working within me. So it doesn't matter who's doing the preaching, me or them. We preach the same thing. This is what you believed. But I have heard that some of you are saying that there can be no resurrection of the dead. Well then, there can be no life beyond death. If there is no resurrection of the dead, not even Jesus Christ can be alive after he has died. And if Christ is not alive, if Christ has not been raised, then everything we've been saying and doing is useless, and so is everything that you've been hoping for is useless. Worse than that, well, we will have been liars about God. For we've been telling everyone about God that he raised Jesus Christ from the dead. But if he didn't raise him, then the dead are not raised, and there is no life beyond death. For if the dead are not raised, then Jesus was never raised. If Christ has not been raised, your faith is futile, and you still have to face the charges of all the mistakes in your life and the consequences of that. And also all those that have gone before us, that have died, have fallen asleep, well, they're lost forever. And if this is the way things are, then we of all people are the most to be pitied. But I tell you again, Christ has indeed been raised from the dead. The first fruits, the firstborn, the first raised of all those who have fallen asleep. It's like this. Death came through a man, Adam. Well, the resurrection of the dead also comes through a man, Jesus. For all those related to Adam who see themselves as descendants of Adam, they all die. But now, all those who see themselves as descendants of Jesus Christ, well, they will be made alive. You inherit. You inherit what your family has. And there is a natural order to this. Christ, the first fruits, the firstborn, is raised first. And then when he returns, all those who belong to him will be raised. And then and only then will the end come, when he hands over the kingdom to God the Father, after he has destroyed all dominion, authority and powers, for he must reign until he has put all his enemies under his feet. And the last enemy to be destroyed, the last enemy to be defeated, will be death itself.